What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg. Welcome to Gregway. It's like Segway. Every Wednesday and Friday, I take one of your questions, hopefully video responses. I take them, I answer them, I put these videos up, and I talk to you about what my responses are. The first question on the first ever Gregway comes from Kevin. Let's see what Kevin has to say.
Hi Greg, I'm Kev Neal from Canada, and this is Booker, the Basset Hound, also from Canada.
I don't trust him, Portillo.
And we were both curious as to what your favorite television show that's currently on the air. Ours is obviously Doctor Who, but we want to know what yours is. Thank you.
No problem, Kev. Obviously, my favorite show is... No, that's a cat house. I don't know. It's Newsroom.
Developments in Sanford, Florida, in the investigation into the shooting death of Trayvon Martin.
Over on HBO. I like that Newsroom a lot. I'm happy it's finally back. Will McAvoy, he's out there. He's this Republican, but he's like a moderate Republican. He's not a crazy Republican. He's out there laying it down. What's happening on the news? Gonna lay everybody out. It's got good characters. Here, and this is the problem. Newsroom does not get enough credit. All these people are always saying, "Oh, people don't talk this fast in real life." I talk pretty fast. I don't say anything intelligent like they say on Newsroom, but I talk really fast. That should count for something. Also, I enjoy Spider-Man a lot. There's not a lot of New Yorkers swinging around on webs, but I'm able to enjoy the show. Why aren't you? Plus, I just like the characters, right? I mean, like Mac's cool. I wish her and Will would get together, but I'm one of those guys who just cheers for the couples to get together. It's gonna happen anyway. I know I'm gonna have to wait like 4 seasons, then they're gonna get together, and then the show kind of runs out of speed or gas, I guess, not speed. Speed's a drug. Don't do drugs. But it's one of those things where I like Maggie a lot. I like Jim a lot. Their whole thing in the first season, right when they were trying to get together, I was like, all right, this is really cool. I like where they're going with this. Then the whole Sex and the City bus thing happened. They seemed like they were gonna get together, and then she immediately just defaulted back to that one guy. I was like, no. Not a fan of this. And so this season, I was afraid we were going to get more of that. It seemed like we were for a while. Then, she had a kid shot in the spine. Spoilers, if you're not watching Newsroom, by the way. Then Jim hooks up with this bitch on the road. First off, also, this shows how stupid the press is about these goddamn tours for presidents, right? This is a dog and pony show. Romney's just going to talk to his talking points. Not going to answer any of your questions. I'm sure Obama's the same way, but, this is my video, not Colin's. And I'll tell you who I like a lot on the show. Olivia Munn. I watched G4 here and there, of course. I had to keep up. I appeared once or twice. I never worked with this Olivia Munn fella. Never knew what she was all about. I'll tell you what, she's dynamite on the show. Great actress. Like her a lot. Interesting character. This Sloane, I like Sloane a lot. I want to see more of Sloane. I'm glad she's getting a bigger part this season. Also like Charlie. Charlie's like that one editor y'all want. He was in Law & Order, but I only watched SVU. So, don't know much about him from Law & Order. But he's good. Shush. No. Portillo. Don't do it. So yeah, if you're not already watching Newsroom, I'd watch Newsroom. It's fun. It's what you want. It's what you want TV journalism to be, right? Like I don't even watch TV journalism all that much. I don't watch the CNN. I don't watch the MSNBC anymore. I used to try to watch it, but I don't know. When I was going to journalism school, you'd get all in depth with articles and in depth with sources and stuff, and you watch these sound bites on the CNN, on the Fox News. It just isn't good enough. It isn't what I want. It isn't the in-depth reporting. But Will McAvoy over there on that Newsnight, he's giving the kind of feedback, the kind of leadership role I'd like to see more anchors do. So I highly recommend Newsroom. Also get a real dog. So like I've said before, if you want to be part of Gregway, what you need to do is leave a video response. I then call the questions from there. Now, mind you, I don't approve the video responses. I put them in a separate playlist and then, say, ignore, so that you don't see, as a viewer, what might be coming as a future question. I did this in the first episode when I was gathering opinions, or I guess questions, and somebody immediately deleted their video when I ignored it. So you screwed up. You screwed up bad. But for the rest of you, from now on, know this is how it's going to go. However, I also take the YouTube comment on the video itself. Today's comes from Zucha. He says, "What is with the weird gray spot on the back of your head?" He's talking about that. Got that weird spot on my head. Well, Zucha, you might have caught it a little while ago. I put up this video here. I had cancer. And when my hair grew back in from chemotherapy, had that on my head. You jerk. How's it feel now, huh? Probably feels pretty bad picking on some guy who had cancer, had no hair, grew back in, used to have a lush head of brown hair. Now I got a whole bunch of grays in. I got this one spot over here that's all white. You sicken me. I'm just kidding, Zucha. It happens all the time. Funny story about the cancer. I didn't talk about it in that 1-year video, right? 3 things that always remind me that I had cancer, because you can forget about it, right? Whoa. God's talking. 3 things that remind me I had cancer all the time. White spot on the back of my head. Had never been there before. The hair grew back in. Doctors say it's totally normal. Things like this happen. Of course, I would have loved to have like the rogue stripe. Have that Anna Paquin thing from the X-Men movies. but that didn't happen. Number 2, I got this weird thumbnail. See, I came back, and my regular nails, totally normal. Weird thumbnail on my left hand came back all dented in there, dimpled all gross-like. And the final one right here, scar where I had my port. Sorry, I should have warned you I was going to take my shirt off. But you know, in my day-to-day life, I kind of forget that I ever had cancer. It's a funny thing about that story, right? I was more psyched that I was about to put out these videos, that we were celebrating 1 year with a conversation with Colin. I didn't think that, oh, hey, you announced you had cancer a year ago. Because it seems so long ago. It seems like an alternate universe. I forget all the time that I actually had it. And then, of course, I see the spot on my head when I'm talking to Robert Kirkman. I see the thing on my hand when I'm peeling vegetables. I see the port on my chest when I'm just crying in the mirror naked. Buck naked. But I tell you what, I think that's enough for the first episode of Gregway. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday and Friday here on youtube.com/GameOverGreggy, I am taking your video responses, your comments on my videos, and turning them into these vlogs where I talk to you and thank you. I mean, that's what this is all about. Somebody once, I think on Twitter, accused me, right, of like, oh man, I don't like these forced things where you're just like, oh, you're all like, oh man, I want to get more views, I don't want to talk. It's not about getting more views. I'm happy with the subscribers I have. I want to reward you guys. I want to talk to you. I don't get enough chance to do that. That's why, of course, whenever a video goes up, Tuesday through Friday, I'm up live. The videos go live at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I wake up then, I leave comments, I talk to you live as they happen, and then I take my favorite comments like this that are good questions, turn them into videos. So remember, check back every Wednesday and Friday for more of these vlogs where I talk to you. Make sure you leave video responses with your question, and then of course, Monday is up at noon. Tuesday and Thursday, a conversation with Colin. Wednesday and Friday, more Gregways! I'll try not to be so annoying with that in the future. That Newsroom is awesome. Don't undersell it. Too many people out there underselling it right now.
I think last season was better, but here's my problem with it.